All right, hello. Happy Friday. We finally made it. So not on my island today, but I am at someone else's. So I want to introduce them, or they can introduce themselves actually. Can you can you hear us or hear me? Oh, wait, I'm muted. Hello. Welcome. It's Friday again. So I was muted, but do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Taryn. I am a friend of Dang's. I teach AP US History and Psychology and Sociology.
Awesome. And what school do you teach at?
I teach at TC Williams in Alexandria, Virginia. So if you have seen Remember the Titans, that's us.
That is the same exact school, so that's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
cool. We have a giant poster of Denzel Washington right by the gym. It's great.
Like actually a like of the movie poster or like just
Yeah,
him?
well, it's the movie poster, but it's just his face. So it's huge.
It's awesome. So before we get into anything, just how are you holding up right now?
You know, I'm good. Um, I was actually really not excited like for a pandemic, but I'm kind of my department's resident like tech person, being young, and so I was actually really jazzed about the opportunity to showcase learning in a digital space. So like when we got the announcement finally that we were going to be closing, back then it was for like, oh, we'll be closed until after spring break, but now it's obviously till next year. I like walked into my sixth period, which was my last period of the day. I was jazzed because that day I had two planning periods because that was just how my schedule worked out that day. So I had already created I had already prepped my Canvas page. I had already set up everything how I wanted it for at least like the next couple of weeks. So like I walked in, sixth period was my favorite class period of the day, and they were jazzed and I went over everything. They're like, we feel so prepared, we feel ready. And so I was actually feeling really good at the start of this. And I was like, great, I'm gonna get to like have my sleep schedule the way that I like it because I'm not a morning person. I have a shifted schedule. I'd much rather like go to bed at midnight, wake up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So for a few days I was like thriving. And then we got the news that we'd be closed for the year, which dang, you're dealing with that now because Texas is closed for the year.
Literally like an hour ago, Greg Abbott sent out the news. So yeah.
Yeah, so I know that like when that hit me, like I don't know about you, but like I went through like a slight mourning period of like I was really pumped about not being at school because I was really stressed at school because we're like April, March is a hard month for teaching, especially because we hadn't gotten to spring break yet. But like after I heard that, I was just like I cried a little bit about my kids. But now I've reached a point where I've made my peace with that. And now I'm just really, really stressed out about the AP exam and the prospect of trying to reach every single kid and give them the type of support that they need for this while like being at a disadvantage of being online. So
All right. So you're doing AP. I'm not, so I don't know anything about that. But the AP exams are still going on, right?
yeah, they are. So I teach AP US and they changed it from like the typical SAQ, LEQ, DBQ plus multiple choice. Now it is just the DBQ, just the document-based question. And it's a shortened DBQ. So the DBQ typically uses 7 documents. It now uses 5 documents, and the kids have to do it in 45 minutes.
Like from
Online.
home?
Yeah, at home.
Okay. Wow. Well,
It's open. Obviously, it's open book, open note, open Google. That's why they picked the DBQ because that's like the hardest to cheat on. There's just like, and they've given them such like short amount of time that like I'm not telling my kids like, okay, like take some time to look up some great like talking points. Like you're gonna have to do this like a normal DBQ because there's just not enough time to like sift through information. So that's what I'm stressed about currently.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like a lot of people, teachers included, are just stressed entirely.
Mm-hmm. Dane, remind me, what are you teaching now? What are you teaching this year?
So this year I'm doing on level and K world geography, and K is like pre-AP, but they call it like L and K. Um, la-
Oh,
the year before that I was doing all on level, which was definitely fun. But it's nice to get K level this year because it's really interesting to like the difference in like how students act and the rigor that comes with that.
yeah, it's definitely like it presents such different challenges. Because I taught on level last year as well. Um, so and this year's my first year teaching AP. So it's been such a weird difference between the two. And like my school in particular, like I told you, I right before this I had a meeting. It was actually my department does a book club now, and we're reading Savage Inequalities. So we're talking about equity, and we really always like tend to lean towards equity in the age of COVID and how this presents. This is literally a nightmare for equity. Because like while my AP kids, like I had one kid who had an issue with access, like just one, versus I do teach on level psychology, and one of my kids, you know, I reached out and I was like, hey, I've seen you haven't like logged on to Canvas, you know, just want to make sure you're okay. And they were like, I'm okay, it's just that I'm an essential worker right now, and my parents, you know, lost their jobs from this. So like I have to work all day. So that's been rough. And figuring out how best to continue instruction while still being equitable is just the worst.
Yeah. So how, before schools shut down, how were you handling this digital learning stuff?
Yeah, so I'm really, really into it. I starting last year was my first year. I joined like every single tech cohort I possibly could. And like I got really close with the technology integration specialists that we're like very lucky to have. I come from a very well-funded district because we're the only high school in our district, which like we're huge. We have 4,000 students. But because we're the only high school, it means we're super well funded. And so we have the luxury of having technology integration specialists who are former teachers who now are experts, and that's what they do all day, every day, is they assist with technological integration. So I got really close with them. And then this year, I'm a member of the advanced tech cohort. So that was like focusing in on one specific type of project, which I chose podcasting. Before we left, I was doing really cool stuff in my psych class. Like they were making a show, they were making a podcast, which I've definitely had to like drop now, even though some of my kids are like, we want to keep doing this. But again, going back to equity, like I can't expect all my kids to be able to work together like right now. But that's what we were working on. And like I'm still doing that tech cohort technically. Like I'm still making my portfolio. And now I'm just going to talk a lot about how I'm integrating tech during this crazy time. But before, I was using tech every day. Like I use Nearpod a lot. Have you heard of Nearpod?
Yeah, we've used it before.
Yeah, I love Nearpod. I'm actually scheduled to talk about Nearpod on Monday with my department. So everyone knows me as like the Nearpod lady.
Yeah, from my side, equity is a big issue too. That's kind of been our thing because we're not as well funded, or like social economic status isn't as high. So so we have like a bunch of students without access to internet or technology at home, and so how we've managed to try to do that is by having packets they just come to school and pick up every week. But
that's rough.
It is, and there are also like 90-page packets per week, which I'm not sure with in this current era how viable and sustainable that is.
Well, I don't know how that's sustainable for the kids. How's that sustainable for y'all?
Yeah.
Like how are y'all dealing with that? Because like, not, I guess I I just have a big issue with like requirements like that because we need to worry about equity on both ends, right? With the kids, that a lot of the kids, even kids who were doing great in school, now they might have to be taking care of siblings while their parents are essential workers. Um, but like teachers, like so many teachers are now having to take care of their kids on top of working. Um, I don't know. That's rough. I'm sorry about that. Are
Right.
y'all aren't 1-to-1?
We're not. We're like every classroom has a class set of I believe 8 laptops, and some of us do have like those smart boards. Unfortunately, my department does not. Well, world geography doesn't. We're kind of at the bottom end of social studies, but we managed to do without them.
I
But
I've never been good at smart boards. Like I remember using them in school when I was a student, but like I just can't get the hang of them as a teacher.
yeah, I don't mind projectors. I just hate that they take up space and sometimes the bulb just breaks in the middle of class.
Mm-hmm.
But back on the whole grading thing, yeah. This week was the first week that we started taking grades, and we decided on just having 1 grade a week, district
Okay.
wide. And for us, at least, we had a self-reflection that was due a week after it's assigned. So they have this online course called Edgenuity where we don't have any content added. It's entirely made by them. So this lady talks and talks and provides the lessons, and they're not really the best in my opinion, but it gets the job done. It follows the teaks, and then we just have them submit a Word document saying, "What did I learn this week using ESPN?" And for the pre-AP kids, they have like 2 more questions to answer. And so far, not many have done it. That's totally fine because I also have a bunch of students who are currently working,
Yeah.
doing essential jobs, or some taking care of their kid or siblings and family. So it's
Yeah.
not too much of a pressure on them. And I mean, with school shutting down, I guess it won't be an issue starting for next week.
We they've just kind of given us more structure as far as grading goes. Do y'all do quarters or do y'all do like
We
6 weeks?
do 9 weeks. So each
9 weeks.
marking period is, yeah. So four marking periods in total.
Gotcha. Okay, so quarters. So like we just like when we left, they said that the third quarter was going to end on the day it was meant to end. Um, they we got up to that date and they sent out like the day before, like, never mind, the quarter is extended. So they extended our quarter. So I'm still actually accepting right now. What I'm meant to be doing is reaching out to kids, encouraging them to continue to turn in late work from before we left. So like we're not allowed to be putting in any new grades, but like we can still accept work from quarter three. And then I'm gonna go through and we can no longer have like late work deductions, even for work that they had like done when we before all this started. So like when I have my teacher work day for grading, I'm gonna go through and take out all their late grades. And like I have extra credit that I need to put in for them too, and just see where I can maximize their grade. And then quarter four, they've decided, the school board approved that we'll either be doing um, no grade or pass. So if they choose to do nothing for the rest of the year, their grade will be calculated using only quarters 1 through 3. Um, so if they have an A right now, right, like, and they don't do anything, they'll keep their A. If they do at least 60% of the work that we churn out during quarter four, they'll receive a 100-point average for quarter four, which I really like this system. I think it's a good incentive for the kids who, I think it's a good system for the kids who just cannot continue to do their work. And I think it's a good incentive for the kids who can and maybe wouldn't have otherwise. So that's where we're at with grades.
All right. Just really quick, in the chat I see Ulysses. Hi there. Yeah, I made a bet with a student like before school ended, and it was like, oh, if you can make a state in your, I think it was soccer team, I'll like grow a beard out, because I never grow a beard because I just can't grow one. But the bet was made. Ended up like quitting soccer for I think cross country or track, so the bet was over. But hey, with all of this going on, I kind of just stay at home, and since I don't have any like obligation to look professional, might as well just try it out. So first time ever with a beard, not sure how I like it. It's weird.
Wait, dang, why can I can't see you? Oh, that's because you said that because it's showing like the game.
Yeah. So the cam is on. I can only have my webcam on for one thing. So it was either the stream or for Discord. So it's
Gotcha.
on the stream.
But you have like a little beard going?
I do. It's not the best. If you like hop on the like Twitch link, you can kind of see it. It's not like great or anything, but no, it's like, it's bad. It's really bad.
My fiance is also he's rocking the quarantine beard. I am a fan. I quite like the beard. How have you been, Dang? Like you and I were super close in college, and I feel like we're still close, but like we
Yeah.
haven't really talked about life or anything.
Yeah, after college, everyone kind of just like vanishes off the face of the planet for the most part.
It's true. It's like high school.
I mean, really, started teaching in Houston. It hasn't really been any major development so far,
Yeah.
at least in my personal life.
You want to stay in Houston?
I enjoy it for the most part. I want to stay in Texas. I have really no desire to move out state. Probably out of country at some point, but not out of state.
Yeah. No, there's no better state in the union. It's true though, but in a weird way. Like I know I'll get flamed for that, but like it's a Texan thing to be super proud of Texas no matter what.
Yeah, it's like when you're in Texas, it's like, yeah, I'm a Texan, whatever. But when you leave, the moment you do, you're just yeehaw.
That's like my defining personality trait. I have to tell everyone. Like that's the first thing I tell people. And then they always respond with like, "You don't sound like you're from Texas." And I get really offended by that cuz I guess when I'm not talking to like my dad or like my grandparents, I guess my accent's pretty neutral, but when I do talk to them, it gets pretty Texan, if I do say so myself. Virginia's cool. Like I miss Texas for sure, and we want to move back. When we finally like, when we're ready to like have kids and stuff, we want to be back in Texas. But for right now, it's nice. I wish I could be like going out and enjoying it, especially because it's cherry blossom season, and we didn't get to see them this year because we weren't gonna be stupid and go to the tidal basin. Like I couldn't believe when I saw photos from the tidal basin how busy it still was. Like that just drives me crazy.
I saw photos of Japan, and like all of their cherry blossom stuff is pretty empty now.
Yeah, because they're not dummies. Oh, sorry. My cat is laying right next to the microphone, and she keeps letting out little noises.
Oh, that's fine. Was her name like Pancake again?
Yes, it is Pancake.
Pancake. Oh my gosh.
It's Pancake. I'm gonna grab her, and then she'll want to leave. Ugh. Can they see me?
Yeah, they can. Oh, they can see Pancake now. Oh, so great.
She's really fat.
Look at that. Look at that little chunk.
She's super chunky. Ugh. Bacon's in the other room, I think.
Oh yeah, bacon and pancakes. Love
Bacon
that.
and pancakes. You want to leave now, don't you? Okay. Go that way. The cats have been loving this. The cats are like, Mom and Dad are home constantly just for us now.
It's all of those like videos of like pets being like confused about why their owners are still at home past like 10 a.m.
I think they are confused. But like they're happy still. Like, so I'm like, I'm happy with it. I tweeted that I've gotten to spend a lot of quality time with them. It's been nice. Where are you in my town, by the way?
I am buying stuff in your Nook.
Ah, yes. I'm very poor right now, so I haven't been able to purchase any items today.
Yeah, I didn't bring much, but I've been making money off of turnips, so that's fun.
I never, honestly, Sundays, I wake up in time, but like I'm too busy doing like real person stuff. Like I'm like getting up, showering, and like eating breakfast, and then by the time like I realize it's 12.
Yeah, for me, it's I leave my Switch next to my bedside Saturday night, and so Sunday morning I wake up, I buy turnips, and I start my day from there.
Smart, very smart. I'm set on buying turnips this weekend. Have you met any of my villagers?
I saw you had meringue.
I do have Meringue. She's in the square.
I had her too, but then she left because I accidentally kicked her out.
No.
Because I didn't know that the site would have a villager like just kick someone out and replace them.
Oh yeah, but you can tell them like, oh, never mind. Don't ask that person to leave.
Yeah, I was mashing too hard, and I thought they were like, oh, I'm friends with Meringue. Can I talk to them? And I was like, sure, go ahead.
Oh no.
But it's fine. She'll come back one day.
True. I also have let's see, got Meringue. I got Angus. I've got Claudia, who she doesn't really fit the aesthetic of what I'm going for. So I'm hoping she leaves. Sylvia was one of my OGs, and I was gonna kick her out immediately, but she's nice to me. I still kind of want to kick her out. Genji was my other OG, and I love him. I have Eloise. I just got Deirdre. I have Ozzy. I have Daisy, and then I have the new wolf villager that was named after the 80-year-old lady.
Oh yeah, Aubrey.
I love her.
I see you still have eggs lying around.
Yeah, because God, I'm so happy that event's over.
Everyone is.
I'm so mad that it coincided with the cherry blossoms. Like,
Yeah, I could not find a single cherry blossom recipe the entire time, but I finished the egg stuff like instantly.
I got some cherry blossom recipes, but it was just obnoxious. Like, I did kind of like the green eggs in the cherry blossom trees though. Like, that was cute. But other than that, it was just annoying.
Yeah, everyone online on like social media was just complaining about the eggs and complaining about Zipper and wanting him like dead.
Yeah.
Speaking of social media, let's
Yeah.
get some news out, some major news that are non-disease related.
Okay.
TikTok recently said it so if you're under 15, you cannot private message. And I'm pretty sure
Ooh.
your kids use TikTok a lot because like what
Oh,
teen doesn't?
yeah. Oh yeah. No, my kids love TikTok, and honestly, they're pretty good at TikTok. Like, I've got really funny kids this year.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Year long, I've been asked constantly, oh, Mr. Ton, can you go make a TikTok? And I'm just like, no.
Oh, I know, and I've been pretty sad because I feel like TikTok teachers are pretty cringy. Like, even the ones who I like, I'm just like, nah, it can't be me. But this quarantine, I've come very like dangerously close to going ahead and making one. I haven't reached that point yet, but you know, it's gonna last a while, so who knows what will happen.
Yeah,
But
I've managed to consume my TikTok stuff through Twitter, so that's a good middleman enough for me.
Oh no, I still have the app. I just don't have an account.
You can watch stuff off the app. Oh.
Yeah, but my For You page is trash because like since I don't like have a profile, it doesn't know how to curate it for me.
Mm.
But it's still, yeah, you can still like watch everything and send it to people. Like, I send people TikToks who definitely don't have TikToks all the time. Like, I sent my dad a TikTok yesterday. But yeah, my kids love it, and they love to show me like the A-Push TikToks, which are fire. They're great. Yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on coming back after spring break and having like a TikTok assignment. Like either you can do like a regular assignment or submit a TikTok as an alternative. But I guess now, who knows?
I think I want to do something like that. Like, obviously, I don't want to require my kids to have the app or anything, but
Yeah.
um, I think that would be cute. And my kids were asking all the time. They're like, if we get on the For You page, like with an A push TikTok, can we get extra credit? And I told them, if you get on my For You page with A push TikTok, I'll give you extra credit.
We tried one time to use Flipgrid to submit stuff, and it was like you can record a video and upload it and all of that. And then they were
Wow.
like, "Hey, you know what would be better than the Flipgrid? TikTok, Mr. Tan." And like they've been pushing it for a while.
I love Flipgrid. So I've been to like a million PDs on Flipgrid, and I just never used it because I was just like, oh, because even though I love tech, I'm very, very like, I'm very critical of like how much tech I'm using, and I really do want the tech that I use to be valuable, like in and of itself. It's not just like, oh, this is a replacement for something else I could do like analog. I want it to be like, no, this really is the best thing to do. So I hadn't really given Flipgrid a try, but because I think recording them like in class can be pretty awkward.
Oh yeah.
But I made when I was making my Nearpods for like quarantine. That's when Nearpod integrated Flipgrid, so that was great to use. Like it was nice to pancake. It was nice to see people's faces and hear their thoughts and feelings, and it was I don't know it really made me happy. So I love Flipgrid. I use it with every Nearpod now. Pancake. She put herself in the closet. Dang, if you're very rich in Animal Crossing, you might want to check out Lloyd underneath my museum. He wants to put in a stone staircase, and I would not be opposed to a donation.
I've spent so much money just like moving my houses around and building bridges and staircases, and it's a hassle. But I didn't bring that much with me. I only have like 17,000 right now.
Boo.
I'll donate some as some charity work.
Thank you. And a little bit counts. I don't know if you can see like what I'm going for here, but like my house is up there, and I want it to be like a little cabin in the woods. I've definitely fallen prey to the cottage core aesthetic. So I'm going for that.
Broke Boy 094. So what will happen to the online work? Until Sci-Fair sends out a message or has a statement, we'll just hold off for a bit. So we're not sure about how school might work, especially since the governor of Texas just sent out a big old message. But I'll get back to you by like Monday at the latest.
Like, I feel so bad because all the students have so many questions, but no one knows what they're doing at this point.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even that. That's what really sucks is it's not even that like admin and like the school board or anybody else is being like not transparent. It's that they don't know what's going on and they don't have a plan in place yet.
Yeah. For the first week of this, everyone was asking me like, what are we supposed to do? And I was just like, I can't tell you. I don't know. Just chill out for a...
Yeah. We had spring break in the middle of it, which was nice.
Yeah, we had break right before, and I was like, I was like in a boba shop making lessons, and then I got the email saying, oh, by the way, spring break's extended for a week, and I just like went home immediately.
Nice. Have you been like social distancing?
Oh, heck yeah, I've been at home. I've just been at home. I've been home stuck for a while.
Yeah, we realized that we hadn't been like. I'm really jealous of people who have like who live in houses. Because leaving the apartment to go on like a walk doesn't it feels like I'm not social distancing because like I get really anxious about someone being in the elevator, or
Yeah.
um like one time we were coming back from Walgreens. I had to pick up a prescription and we got some like other stuff, and we got on the elevator at the lobby level, which then it stopped at the plaza level, which like it always does. And this guy was waiting, and so we asked, we're like, "Oh, sorry, could you wait?" Like we had masks on and everything. He did not. And he's like, "No, I have a work call." So he just like pushed his way onto the elevator. We got off because I was not about to be in an elevator with him. But it's like, I wish I could just walk outside.
Yeah, I've been just going either grocery shopping in bulk or like going to some local food places to help out to like
Yeah.
spend money.
Yeah, I love I'm really digging the like curbside delivery stuff. But we basically only like order from the same few places. Like we have sushi, we have Thai food, we have Chinese food, and we have pizza.
Yeah, I miss all of those.
I posted on our community subreddit, since like I don't know any places here besides the ones that I mean I say I don't know anything as if I haven't lived here for 2 years, but like I was asking, I was like, does anybody know like locally owned places? Because I definitely want to support locally owned. So we'll see if that nets anything.
Yeah, the Chinatown here got like massively wiped out by all of this. And some places are doing things like Kroger's is selling food from those like restaurants now. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, that is cool.
It's like a limited amount, but like it's better than nothing.
That's so. Houston has a huge Chinatown, doesn't it?
Oh, it has, I want to say multiple.
Mm. We don't order stuff from Chinatown in DC just because like it's far. Oh, you were in my house.
Yep.
Just because it's far away enough to where I'm just like, I don't know. Nice. Is that your sushi chef outfit?
Yep.
I love that. We order from there's a Chinese food place just like right down the, and I don't know if they were hit pretty hard. Like I'm sure they were hit really hard. But they're like their delivery is the best. Like they're the most efficient. They always like put online that our food's gonna be ready in like 30 minutes, and then they knock on our door like 5 minutes later.
Someone just asked, what is your dream car? For me, one I can drive with AC. That's all I need.
What car do you have right now, Dang?
I drive a Toyota.
I also drive a Toyota. What kind of Toyota?
I believe a Camry, and it's a very stereotypically Asian car. So one of my kids, who is also Asian, so it's fine, but she was like, "Mr. Tan, I bet you drive a Toyota," when she first met me, and I was like, but then like we had a fire drill one day, and we went outside the parking lot, and she points to the first Toyota she sees, and she's like, "I bet that's your car," and it was.
Oh my! I mean, I have a Corolla, which this is the first car I've ever bought myself.
Mm-hmm.
When I was in college, dang, I don't know if I ever drove you places, but I had a GMC Envoy. It's a big SUV. I really miss the SUV life. I miss being like up high and big, you know? Like my Corolla, I sometimes feel like in danger, but it's so fuel efficient. I really want a car though that's just like indestructible. That's my dream car, is a tank.
Just a giant tank.
Well, I was in a bad car wreck when I was 13, so.
Ooh. Yeah, that would do it
like,
to you.
Yeah, it was in a GMC Envoy, but we got T-boned and we flipped and spun. But me and my mom both survived, so my dad went out and bought 2 more GMC Envoys.
That's good advertisement for our car.
Isn't it though? They don't make them anymore. Or they like changed them. They changed them to something else.
So one thing I've been following online, because what else is there to do, is NASCAR. Do you know how NASCAR is run now?
No. Do they just have no one in the seats?
So they do like virtual races now, where the racers have like these giant VR setups, and they'll just like stream themselves playing, and it'll be like broadcast on ESPN. So
That's so cool.
yeah, so they're like all Twitch streamers now playing NASCAR.
That is so cool.
But a few players have been in the news recently for not too good stuff. Like I believe 2 weeks ago, there was a racer who got very upset because he was cut off during a race, and he just quit. He just got up and just like rage quit.
He rage quit?
Yeah, in the middle of the stream, he just quit the race. But because of that, his sponsor, his actual real-life NASCAR sponsor, kicked him out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I wonder what it's like inside their cars when they're like actually racing. Like I wonder if they're like screaming and cussing and stuff.
Oh yeah, they do. Last week, one of the racers who was invited in because of a like diversity program, dropped a few, slurs, and that kind of, got the internet to tag him.
He pulled a PewDiePie?
Yeah, he pulled a PewDiePie. But except this time it was like, during a professional race thing.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's been fun to see how they've adapted to an online format.
It's weird that even like NASCAR could be done remotely.
I mean,
I
this
think it's cool,
time
like-
period is kind of showing you what can and can't be done remotely or from at home.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like there are a lot of silver linings to all this. I think there are a lot of good parts. Like I think we understand certain things a lot better than others, and I think our like innovation is at an all-time high, which makes me happy. Like I definitely feel the most creative when I'm doing stuff online, or when I'm like thinking, okay, how can I engage the kids like best this way and make sure, but that's also like a point of stress. I like your cowboy outfit.
Thank you. I have so many friends that are in Texas who have the exact same cowboy outfit, and when they transform into it, they have the same exact thing, which is a gee-haw. So it's pretty funny.
Wait, I have the same cowboy outfit. I'm gonna put it on. I don't have a wand yet.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of students are not adapting as well to an offline or to an online setting because it's like a brand new environment, and then besides the whole like quarantine thing, it's just not everyone can handle, online self-paced stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I don't know about you, but it reminds me a lot of college.
Oh, self-paced online college courses.
No, like the aspect of like having to make a schedule for yourself and like keep to it and know when you need to do things. I don't know, it just feels like college. Like, and that's coming from like a teacher, like making my lessons feels like college. I don't know necessarily if like the kids feel that way. But I've told them like this is really good practice for being self-sufficient.
Yeah, that's true. I have a lot of kids who have a schedule now, and it's like wake up, do chores, do classes, eat, and all of that. So they're doing great.
That's good. Oh wait.
For me, it's just work from 9 to 2, and that's my schedule, and then from there I just wing it.
Nice. I've been let's see. I've been waking up. I scheduled my office hours specifically at 9:30, so I would get up by then. So I get up at like 8:30 or 9. I've never been like a big morning routine person. Like I don't wear makeup to school on regular days. I'm not about to wear makeup to like a conference over Canvas. So I just like get up, brush my teeth. Getting dressed feels like the most like feels like the best thing to like create the working environment is just like get dressed. I don't cheat with like the pajama pants and like a nice shirt, which I could.
Yeah, that's what I do usually.
No, I'm like I wear jeans typically. I don't torture myself with like work pants though. And I eat at really random times. Like my office hours typically end at like 10:30, so I'll eat maybe at like 11 or 12. Oh wait, I have my cowboy outfit. You can see it. My cowboy outfit has chaps. I picked Angus because he reminds me of Bevo.
That shirt just reminds me of Guy Fieri.
I know. I kind of want to tell him to change it, but then I feel like it adds so much. Like, I feel like it's his personality. But like I said, I'm going for like a cottagecore aesthetic, which I haven't been able to like do yet. Especially because I got super busy this week. But it's coming along. You can kind of see what I'm going with the museum of like.
Yeah, it's a pretty well made island.
Thank you. I'm gonna do like I'm gonna get like a fish sculpture. I just don't know what fish I want to go over here. So it's like as you walk to the museum, you see some of like the highlights that you'll see at the museum. And then I really, really like the like diagonal bridges. So all my bridges are diagonal. Which isn't the best for like getting around, like it's not as functional, but I really like it. Dane, do you breed hybrid flowers?
No, I'm not a big flower person. I just have them laid out just to increase the island, the rating.
Gotcha. I know I need to like pluck them and water them. I'm just too lazy.
Just have it rain every day. Just hope it rains, and then you'll be fine.
Wait, it hasn't rained at all in my game.
It's raining right now on my island.
I've played every day since it came out. And it has not rained one day.
Well, it's true to Texas, and or I guess more. Well, I don't know. Does Virginia rain a lot?
It rains. That's something I really miss about Texas is the rain, because I feel like in Texas more so than any other place. I mean, I'm sure there are other places, but like when it rains, it just pours, and it's like thundering, and it's very intense, and then it's over. Like, I love that type of rain. I hate, like, Seattle / like London rain, where it's just, like, constant and drizzling, but it never just pours. Like, I want it to just pour.
Well, we do have a hurricane season coming up. Apparently, it's pretty strong.
Oh,
I'm not
God.
excited for that.
I know. My parents are from the coast. So, we were hit by Harvey, and that happened.
Yeah.
Houston got hit real hard. I'm really hoping that, I mean, I just feel like this year is cursed, so
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad no matter what.
And it feels like March felt like it took like forever to get through, but now for April we're halfway through already.
I know, I can't believe April's going by so quickly, and it makes me so anxious because the AP exam is in May.
And I completely forgot that I have a birthday coming up in 2 days. But because of this quarantine, I just like lost track of like what days are.
Oh my gosh! Are you gonna have a birthday party on Animal Crossing?
Oh my gosh, maybe I will. I'm not sure yet because it's a Sunday, so I don't know what I'm gonna do for that.
You should. You should. So I have attended 2 birthday celebrations on Animal Crossing. Was my future sister-in-law's birthday and my possible future brother-in-law's birthday the other day. And it was really fun. We all like got together and got on Hangouts, and we all played together, and we popped the poppers, and we did like games. Like we played Sardines. Have you ever played Sardines?
I have not.
It's like reverse hide and seek. It's like one person hides, and then if you find them, you hide with them. So we played Sardines in Animal Crossing. It was really fun.
Oh, that's great. And hopefully, like your wedding isn't planned for anytime soon, right?
No, thank God. It's in February, but I mean, who knows? I've already decided that if we're still social distancing by then, I think we're still gonna get married. We'll do some sort of digital thing, and then have a bigger wedding later. But my fiance's brother and his fiance, their wedding was supposed to be at the end of May, so they've already canceled that.
Oh.
Yeah, so that really sucks. But
which brother? Because he's a triplet, right?
Yeah, he's a triplet, and so one brother got married on Leap Day. That was like just in the nick of time with all this. So like we got to go to a wedding this year. It was lovely. It was beautiful. It was a fun family time, and we were all really looking forward to Jason's wedding at the end of May. But they called it and were like, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. But they're rescheduling, and I hope all this is at least like to the point where we could still have a small ceremony, even if.
Well, if everyone does social distancing right, we should be out and done by August, supposedly.
Supposedly, but the problem is like people doing this right.
Well, if not, there's a big trend of having major celebrations on Animal Crossing, like
exactly.
that. Yeah.
Like your graduation.
There was a wedding too that happened, and everyone was like, "Oh, that's adorable," but also like really sad.
Yeah, it's really sad, but also cute. But yeah, congratulations, Dang, on graduating this year.
Yeah. Congrats to everyone in 2020 that is graduating on Zoom.
Oh, can we talk about, Dang, I don't know if like your teacher Twitter also does this, or like if you have a teacher Twitter or teacher Facebook. Have you seen like the 2020 challenge or like the graduation challenge?
Oh, I haven't. I don't think that's a good idea because it's just showing the graduates what they can't have.
Yeah, that was my immediate reaction to it as well. And like I know a lot of the teachers who've done it, like I know they had good intentions, but I just feel like they didn't think about it.
Yeah.
So like I will not be participating.
Reading chat. No, you're not invited to my birthday. I'm sorry. And what's up, Sun God of Death? I'm pretty sure you're Austin. What's up, Austin?
Dang, what grades do you teach?
So for my school at least, we don't really have a set grade level for world geography, so you can take it whenever, as long as you take it or have a credit, that counts. So I have mainly like freshmen and sophomores, but I also have a lot of juniors and seniors.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so this year I have, I believe, I think 3 seniors who are not excited for what's been happening.
Yeah, I bet. That sucks. I teach juniors. I had seniors last year, like in my psych class, but like this year was the first year that like I was gonna go to graduation because like I was gonna see kids that I had. So I was really bummed about that, and I'm really bummed for them. But at the same time, like, living through something like this is very interesting.
Yeah, we're
Like-
living through history right now.
Exactly. Like, I know already social distancing is going to be a vocab term for, like, APUS in a few years.
Oh my gosh, it is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
And at this rate, we'll get a new renaissance since, that happened after the death.
Yeah, be great. It's going to be a meme renaissance, though, something like that. I don't know. Have you been doing, like, artsy, like, hobby stuff?
I mean, I guess getting into streaming counts as an artsy hobby thing, but besides
Yeah.
that, I mean, I've been kind of just chilling.
It definitely does. I've been doing embroidery.
Ooh,
Yeah,
care
it's been really.
care to show off some of your work?
Oh yeah, sure. I'll go grab it. I also got some special scissors in the mail because I'm being extra with it. Let's see. This one is the first one I've ever done, and so it is. I misused the thread, which apparently in the embroidery world you call it floss. So I didn't use it correctly. So it's missing some parts, but there it is.
Oh, gratitude.
Yeah, I got it off Etsy. So yeah, it's cute, right?
Yeah, it's cool like getting a hobby out. I was like planning on like relearning piano or something, but
Yeah.
I have no like actual motivation to do that right now.
I was like super motivated like the first 2 weeks, and then now I have another embroidery kit waiting for me over there. And like I said, I ordered special scissors that are a little bunny because they're cute little sewing scissors. But this week's been really busy and just like trying to get a handle on APUSH review.
Yeah, I was planning on like, oh, I'm going to go and be really productive now that I no longer have like an hour commute to get to work, and I was like gonna go jog every day or work out, but like it's been falling through the floor for a while.
Yeah, I feel that. But it's okay because like we shouldn't feel the need to like do something super like, oh wow, like look how well this person used their free time. Like the fact that we're just like getting up every day and still working is enough.
Yeah,
You know?
there's that saying that you're not working from home right now. You're in a pandemic, trying to get work done.
Exactly. So it's like if you gotta sleep more, if you're not working out, like I think that's understandable and like expected. And it's really easy. I've been not that I have like mantras or anything, but something like I keep in my mind whenever I'm doing stuff is that comparison is the thief of joy. And so it's really easy to compare yourself to other people and like what they're posting about like, oh, this is what I'm doing, and being like, well, I'm not doing that. So you might be proud of something that you've done, right? Like, oh, I got up today. That's something I should be proud of. But like so-and-so like learned French and like wrote a computer program. But again, comparison is the thief of joy. If you're doing your best, then you should be proud of it. But at the same time, I do feel that pressure too. So like I started Harvard CS50 class. It's the online free computer science class. And that's something I've wanted to get into for a while. So I have been taking this time to do some stuff. As a teacher, like doing stuff for my own learning feels like it feels like a luxury. Like it feels like a I don't know, like a self-care thing to do something where I haven't like created the class and thought out the like structures and stuff. I just get to like sit and do it. That's nice.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy that too, getting to do that on my own time and not have to worry about making stuff. I joined an online book club though, so
Cool.
try to get to that. Let's see, I forgot the name of the book we're reading right now because I haven't started yet, but we plan to get to chapter 7 by Monday, so I'll do it this weekend.
Nice.
but things happen. Games come out like Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and I've been trying to get to that too.
Yeah. That's fun. And then like Animal Crossing comes along and ruins all of our productivity.
Yeah.
But it does feel like sometimes when I'm like finishing a project in Animal Crossing, it does feel like being productive.
It's like, you're doing like stuff in your own life, but inside in a game, paying off bills.
And hanging out with people on Animal Crossing does feel like socializing.
Yeah. I've reconnected with people I haven't met since like years, and it's weird.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like when we do all of our hangouts and stuff, I'm just like, why haven't we been doing this the whole time? Like it's with people who I live really far away from anyway. So I'm like, we could have been doing this the whole time.
The book is The Three-Body Problem.
What's it about?
Set against the backdrop of China's Cultural Revolution, a secret military project sends signals into space to establish contact with aliens. An alien civilization on the brink of destruction captures the signal and plans to invade Earth. Meanwhile, on Earth, different camps start forming, planning to either welcome the superior beings, take over a world seen as they corrupt, or to fight against the invasion. The result is a science fiction masterpiece of enormous scope and vision. So, aliens. Aliens
awesome.
in China.
That sounds really cool. That sounds a little bit like Contact. Have you read Contact?
I have not.
Have you seen the movie?
Not a big movie person, unfortunately.
Contact has Matthew McConaughey in it.
Oh, it's that movie. Okay, I haven't seen it. I've seen Interstellar, but that's kind of it.
Oh, wait. I gotta look it up. I might have, in my head, might be just thinking Interstellar. Like, I know Interstellar has Matthew McConaughey, but...
Chat asked, what mic do I use? I have a cheap condenser mic. It's like $20, but it does a decent enough job. If you want to like podcast, I recommend getting like an actual quality mic, unless it's like your first time, in which case it doesn't really matter.
Contact has Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey. Okay, I wasn't wrong.
So he's in multiple space movies.
He is. Except in Contact, he is not the space person. Jodie Foster is. He's a preacher, actually.
I think the last movie I watched was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my god, how was that?
It's a good kids movie.
Yeah?
Yeah, what's his name? Jim Carrey does a lot in that.
I bet
he carries a movie.
Yeah. We had like a family movie night the other night. So with my fiance's parents and his brother, we watched Roar. Have you seen Roar?
I have not.
It is a movie from 1981. And their like tagline is no animals were harmed in the making of this film. However, 70 cast and crew were.
Oh my gosh.
It is the most insane thing I've ever seen, and it's like terrifying. It's just like there's no plot because there can't be a plot because they're just surrounded by hundreds of wild animals, like hundreds of wild lions and tigers. So they're trying to act and create a plot around this, but they just can't. Like I swear, there's like 5 minutes total of dialogue in the film. It's just surreal, and people like actually got attacked by these lions and tigers, they're animals. Like Melanie Griffith was in it. She had to get 50 stitches in her face because a lioness like bit her.
Oh my gosh.
Her mom, Tippi Hedren, broke her leg. The star of the movie, Noel Marshall, who was Tippi Hedren's husband, it said he had puncture wounds and gangrene. It's wild. I recommend a watch because it's so stressful.
Is it spelled like the word or like?
Yeah, it's spelled just ROAR.
Okay.
Roar from 1981. It's an experience.
Speaking of tigers and people, have you seen or that new craze, Tiger King?
Of course, I've seen Tiger King. Um, God, it's just like classic Oklahoma.
I have not gotten to watch it, but like everyone's been talking about it nonstop. No.
Oh my gosh. Dang, you gotta watch it like today.
I've heard it's pretty short enough, but maybe I'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, it's super bingeable.
All I know is it involves tigers and someone named Carol Baskin is like really hated.
Oh yeah. You just gotta watch it. You'll come away with like, I'm just honestly still in shock about how many tigers there are in the United States of America. Like how many people own tigers.
Oh, like okay, but okay, not even in zoos, just not just normal
so
people.
they own tigers. Like it is way more than you think.
Is that legal in most states or what?
No.
Okay.
Oh, also, it made me think of this. So one time we had to evacuate our apartment because the fire alarm went off. So I went downstairs with the cats, and everyone was sitting outside like with their animals because like we're a super pet friendly apartment. And so we're all sitting out there, and I've just got my like 2 little cat carriers. And I see these people come out. Right, we're all just waiting for the all clear because it's typically nothing, and it was nothing. But I see these people come out with a giant carrier. And I was just like, wow, like your dog must be huge. And also like, why did you bring your dog down in a carrier? It seems way easier. Like all the other dogs were on leashes. So I'm just sitting there and I look over into the carrier, and I swear to you, it's a cougar. Like it's straight up a cougar. And I lost my mind. I was just like, oh my god. And they noticed me staring because I was just like, that's a cougar. Like, I know what a cougar looks like, but that's a cougar. And so they turned it around so no one could see in. And I'm like, what apartment are you in that you just have a cougar? And they had other animals too. Like, they had normal cats and like a dog.
That's wild.
Isn't it? So there's just like a cougar in my apartment somewhere. So that made me think of that. I was like, yeah, like the wild cat trade is way bigger than you'd think.
Yeah, in terms of shows, I've only been caught up with like Steven Universe and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and
Did you watch the finale of Steven Universe Future?
I did. It was a good conclusion.
Yeah.
Future goes through a lot of really hard-hitting topics, and I appreciate that for the kids.
Yeah, I wish it had been. I do kind of wish the Steven Universe Future could have gone on longer, just to like allow the arc to be a little bit less rushed. But I also thought it was really good. I thought it was a good like catharsis for Steven, and I was happy with it.
Yeah. And now Adventure Time's coming back. I know that.
It is?
It is on HBO.
Oh. Are they gonna do something like making it very adult?
They can now that it's not on Cartoon Network, but who knows?
I feel like if I were them, that's what I would do. I would like explore all like the dark plot lines that I wanted to that I couldn't otherwise. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
We've been watching. We have Disney Plus, so we've been watching Clone Wars.
Oh yeah, they just brought it back. I remember that.
Yeah, and it's really good. Like I'm not surprised that it's really good. Like don't sleep on Clone Wars.
Yeah, I watched it like when it was still airing, and
Yeah?
it's super good. And then Rebels came out, which is nowhere as good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Aw.
It's like once Disney kind of bought the property, the quality of the show kind of went down. But Clone Wars should still be a really good show.
Yeah. I'm excited to keep watching it, and then I'm really looking forward to if we get any news at all about like Avatar on Netflix.
Like the Airbender or like the
Yeah,
Blue Aliens?
No, like the Airbender, not the aliens. The Blue Aliens are on Disney Plus.
Because I know Avatar 2 is going to come out eventually.
Is it really?
I mean, they were like, oh yeah, we have 4 movies in the making. Like, and they
I
said that like
remember that.
they said that years ago.
Mhm.
Also, I guess Chernobyl's on fire again.
Oh, it is?
Oh, like the surrounding forest is on fire, so long like the capital of Ukraine is like full of smoke.
Oh god.
It's 2020. We had
At
multiple
least Australia's no
multiple
longer
big
on
fires,
fire.
and now all of this happening.
I didn't watch the Chernobyl series.
The HBO one,
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
it's pretty good. Very like dramatized,
Mhm.
but it fits the storytelling.
Mhm. I heard it was really good. I think we let our HBO subscription run out after Game of Thrones.
And you saw the finale for Game of Thrones?
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, I never got into Game of Thrones either, but everyone kind of just
Oh,
shut
lucky
down.
me. I wish I hadn't been into it. It really sucks when like the finale of something ruins everything retroactively. Like it's so bad that if you've seen the finale, now I can't rewatch anything knowing that that's how it'll end.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me and How I Met Your Mother.
Yes, I agree with that. I hated the ending of How I Met Your Mother. Ugh. I saw you posted the link on
The cohort page, yeah.
cohort page. I love our cohort Facebook group.
Yeah, I mean, most of them are like not teachers or whatever, but they're still chill.
Are they not?
I mean, I feel like most of them like didn't, or like they moved on or something, post college.
I know like one of our cohort members is teaching in Korea. The other one's
Right.
teaching in Spain.
One's in Dallas.
Yeah, one's in.
It's like everywhere now.
Yeah. I feel like I feel like the majority of us are still teachers. Or like something similar.
Something on those lines.
hmm Our teaching program has changed a lot, I feel.
Oh yeah,
From when
I've heard a change in leadership happened. A lot
yeah.
of stuff moved around.
Yeah. I want to contact them and like I feel like they should be asking us, like very, very recent graduates, to be talking about stuff with like the new graduates or like the soon to be graduates. Cause you just gain so much more perspective in your first year or two.
Yeah, I've been like answering questions from like UT students on like Twitter.
Oh yeah.
And like I also keep up with like some friends who are like still in college, and so they'll be following like the UT route, and they'll be just like chatting.
I want to do something like I want to offer, be like, hey, I could do like a tech training because we never did like tech stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true. We did some slight stuff, but not very.
All of our like professors were pretty like traditional.
We went over Nearpod, I think, one time.
We did?
Yeah, I feel like we did.
I thought the first time I heard about Nearpod was when I went to like new teacher orientation for my job.
I remember like having like a day where it was like a bunch of tech stuff like Flipgrid and Nearpod and whatever else.
Really?
Maybe that was during student teaching and not like in the classes.
Yeah, I feel like that's something a district would have done for you, not you teach.
I just
But
remember
it's
waking up at like 8 in the morning for classes. Good times.
That was my only 8 a.m. all of college.
Same.
Oh, I want to ask you, how many teachers at your school have master's degrees?
Not sure.
But is it like a lot or is it like basically nobody?
I've never like checked because I'll see emails and I'll see like, oh, a master's in education from like a teacher, but besides that, I'm not really sure.
So I feel like this is gonna be a trend that moves southward. Like there's a lot of districts in like New York State that require a master's degree now, but like even in Virginia, I'm the only teacher in my department that I know of that doesn't have a master's. Like basically everybody has their master's here. But their schools do a lot of like 5-year master's programs.
Yeah, I was planning on getting a master's eventually when I had like enough saved up to like go back to college.
Yeah, agreed. What do you want to get it in?
So getting a master's in education kind of locks me into the education route.
Yeah.
But then master's in history would be, you know, I could teach DC with that, or like maybe go somewhere else.
Have you done work with like Gilder Lehrman stuff?
I have not.
So Gilder Lehrman has a really great program for teachers to get a master's in American history. I don't know if you wanted to be like locked into like American history, but it's like super affordable. It's through Pace College in New York. But it's an accredited program, like and it's like a fast-paced, affordable master's degree for social studies teachers. So you should look into that.
Yeah, I've been checking around. I know Sam Houston does like a online self-paced master's course, but it's not as affordable. I think it's like $20K.
This one specifically is for like working teachers.
I don't know how I feel about American history. It's kind of like not my biggest.
Not your fave?
Yeah.
What's your favorite portion of history?
I guess post-war Germany and Japan.
That's very specific.
Because like a lot happens during that time, and that big shift is like really interesting. And it just so happens that I just love both Germany and Japan. So it's like a lot of bias.
Yeah.
It's like if I had to move out of the country, probably Germany or Japan.
Yeah, Germany I heard is awesome.
Yeah, I spent the summer there. It's really fun.
And you speak it pretty well.
Oh, not anymore. No, I have not practiced German in a long time.
But they speak English, right?
They do. How about you and your, was it Swedish?
Oh yeah, jag kan tala svenska. Men Swedish is not like super useful. Like I love Swedish, I think it's very pretty. But as anybody who speaks Swedish will tell you, you can't learn Swedish in Sweden. Like no one in Sweden speaks only Swedish. They all speak English. Better than a native English speaker will speak English. And they'll speak it with no accent either. Like that's how fluent they are. So
all I know about Swedish is how to say 77.
hooty-hoo.
Hooty-hoo.
Hooty-hoo. I love that. I actually like Swedish. I have my cousin who lives in Sweden sent me Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, but in Swedish.
Oh.
It's Harry Potter och Dödsrikerna. So I've got that over there, and I have Prisoner of Azkaban in Japanese. I look through that sometimes. But I thought I would be doing a lot of language learning right now, but I've been really into like the embroidery and computer science stuff.
I mean, as long as you're doing something that you enjoy.
Yeah, it's like keeping me sane. But I agree with you about like the master's thing, about like if you get, you know, a master's of ed, it kind of locks you in. And it's so funny how like in high school I was so like anxious about like, okay, I gotta make sure I know what I'm doing forever and ever. And like now that I'm actually in a career, I'm kind of like, I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in 5 years. Who knows? I don't really know what I want to be when I grow up yet.
Yeah, that's pretty normal. Just wing it as you go.
Yeah, so like that's why I'm doing like the computer science stuff, and I'm kind of holding out on the master stuff. So who knows?
Is this little home Elliot's?
Is that the one? Like, hold on, let me go to it. It is. It probably is.
It's a one room thing with a
Yeah, that's Elliot's. I want to move it up next to my house, but he doesn't play enough to like have enough money to move it. Hi.
You know, like my house.
Your house is nice.
It's quaint.
It's quaint. I'm happy to be quarantined with someone. That's been nice.
Yeah, and you're not in that demographic that requested a divorce after being together for so long.
No, and I like that makes me so sad. Like we've been broke, like not to like brag or anything, but like, you know, we haven't been like persnickety or it's just been normal, and it's been nice to like have somebody to be going through this with. I think if you're like fighting right now, then there were like underlying issues, because I don't understand like not wanting to be around your spouse at like most of the day. But we've lived together for, what is this year? We've lived together for 5 years, so
Yeah,
like,
so you're used to it.
yeah, there was no like learning curve there.
But apparently, worldwide, there's been a huge increase in divorces because of this.
It doesn't surprise me, but it's also like, yikes. Let's see. Lots of people from our cohort are married now.
Yeah, it's big developments.
Big developments. And then like everybody I know, like all of a sudden is getting married. That's a weird like adult thing. Like one of my bridesmaids got engaged like last week.
Aw.
Yeah. That's
Good,
really exciting.
good for her.
Yeah. There are some like wedding websites that are doing special offers. It's like, oh, if you got engaged during the pandemic, we'll pay for your wedding.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm like, dang it, should have held out.
Just do it again.
Exactly, it's fine. I'm glad we picked like a date. So like, cause we got engaged last summer. And I initially didn't want anything longer than a year-long engagement. I was like, nope, a year, that's all I want. But we did a year and a half, and so like that turned out really well. And also I, without meaning to, bought my wedding dress early, like super early. Which was something I was like, I'm not gonna do that because I want to take my time and like try on a lot. But I didn't. I just went once and ordered it. So that got here in January, like right before all this stuff happened. And now with the pandemic, a lot of dresses are getting like delayed. So I feel very lucky. Dang, are you like the youngest teacher at your school?
We had someone come in last year, around like, I want to say Christmas, and she just graduated, like, in the winter, and she came in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I think she's the youngest right now, unless someone else like joined just this year.
I am the youngest, but I do have a friend who got hired this year who she's our age, but she did a 5-year master's, so this is her first year teaching.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and I was really excited. I was like, oh, thank God, someone's gonna be younger than me. And she's older than me. She's like older.
Yeah, I had a friend graduate just last year, and he is now teaching this year. So it's been an interesting year for first year teachers. I'll say that.
Oh yeah, no joke. I feel really bad. Like, can you imagine having to end the year like this?
Yeah, especially if your school has to like lay off some teachers and they do like the last one in, first one out thing.
Yeah, they've been like, my school hasn't said anything like that. They've been very like, nope, you're getting your salaries and we're good. But we're so overcrowded, and like we always have like new openings and like we want more people. So I feel okay, at least for now. You bought out my store.
Oh yeah, I really wanted whatever it was I picked up.
It's fine. I didn't want those things.
I think it was a pinball machine. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like I said, cottagecore. No room for pinballs.
I have a casino built in like my basement.
Oh my gosh.
It's like it's all slot machines
I love that.
because I truly miss Vegas right now.
When did you go to Vegas?
I went to Vegas during the summer.
How was that?
Went for like Evolution, which is like a huge video game tournament, and super hot. Where Texas is that humid heat, Vegas is just dry, scorching, like 110 degrees kind of thing. But besides that, I had fun. That was the same summer where a bunch of I think grasshoppers or locusts like invaded Vegas for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah, so a lot of like flying bugs were around at night.
How was the tournament?
I didn't do well, obviously, because you have people like traveling from Japan and like elsewhere coming in who were professional players. But I had fun talking with friends, going places. I went to a $70 buffet in a big fancy hotel. And
Ooh.
being a fool, being an idiot, I went and got barbecue from Vegas, even though I'm from Texas.
Yeah, that's a bad move.
Yeah, I was just like, hey, I crave barbecue, and I've always had good barbecue. So what's the difference? And the difference is that this was not Texas.
It's true. So I actually have to go. I have a Zoom meeting.
Oh yeah, we've been going on for a while. This was supposed to be like a 1 hour thing, but it was fun having you here.
Yeah, it was fun being here in Yihan with you.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to check out your like teacher social media or whatever, where can they find you?
Let me figure it out because I've forgotten.
Do you have a teacher Twitter? Because I didn't tag you in my post.
It's fine. I do have a teacher Twitter. My teacher Twitter is at Taryn E. Morris. That's it. And I tweet about really boring stuff. But so you can find me in all my teacher opinions.
Well, it was fun having you on here. It was good to talk to you again, honestly.
Yeah, I know. I miss you.
And I hope, it works out for you and Elliot. Everyone's gonna be okay. Hopefully in like the next upcoming few months.
Yeah, you too. I hope everybody stays safe and that we all get this under control. But, we'll just keep on keeping on.
Yeah, and as always, don't do drugs.
All right.